Hey guys, Panda here, and today I'm telling a story. So you all may be curious of why this character is on the screen. It's not me. That looks nothing like me. I just drew a character who just has a book open, so you just wouldn't stare at a blank screen. Yeah. So let's begin the story, and this is the time I was sick for like a month. Just kidding. I think longer than a week. Let's begin. So it was a nice winter, I think, because I was wearing a robe, so that's the only time I really wear a robe, so yeah. Anyways, so I was, doing whatever I do, and I was watching Ant Farm on Disney, I was just being cool, and my dad asked this question, what does Ant Farm mean, and I was like, amazing natural talent. And then I was just like slouching on the couch with my eyes closed because my head was hurting. And then I told my sister, I was like, can you shut up? Because like she was just talking throughout the show, and I had a headache and I was sick. So I was just like, oh, can you please shut up? And then my dad was like, get out of here, go away. And then I didn't cry. Like, I didn't care, because, I'm heartless. When I'm sick, if I ever get sick like that again, I will have a straight face throughout the whole time I'm sick. It's just, I can smile, but it's terrible. It's terrible. So then I sit in, this corner, and I'm just sitting, laying my head on the wall, and my dad comes, and he's like, why are you in the corner? I was like, my head burns. He was like, why are you lying? And then I was like, feel it. He was like, okay. I was like, feel it. Because I was like, would you feel my head? So he does. And he's like, oh my gosh. He was like, yo, babe, she got a fever. And then my mom was like, oh crap. And then, I was in bed. And then I was, so high maintenance. I, didn't get the bell. But I didn't have a bell. And I was just lying in bed, and, I was hungry because it was in the morning, so got some food, but something was wrong. I wanted something to drink, but when, I ate or drank something, it wouldn't go down, it wouldn't go down my throat. It was just, it wouldn't, it couldn't. So, yeah, so, I was just hungry, and I was thirsty, but no, I can eat stuff. My bad. My bad again. I could drink stuff, but I couldn't eat anything because it felt hard and it was dry. I wanted something to what? And that sounded weird earlier, but yeah. So I told my mom that I was hungry, and I couldn't eat. I was so hungry. Every day I was so hungry. I survived though. I didn't die. So I'm just in bed, and then it's a few days later, and I was like, Dad, Daddy, Daddy, Dad. And so my dad comes, and I'm just like, Dad, I gotta go pee. He was like, why can't you walk? I was like, Dad, I can't walk. And I wasn't handicapped, but if I were to get up, I would feel so dizzy, I got up too fast, and I would get up so slowly. And earlier, before I called my dad, my brother was like, can you get up? I was like, no. He was like, get up. So I got up, and I was just swaying, back and forth. And it was bad. So then he carries me to the bathroom. Yeah, I can sit, but I can't stand up. That was so weird. So, I pee and, wash my hands, wipe my butt, and get up. And then Dad comes. All right, get back in the bed. And I just wait there. My mom would come in and stuff. And, days passed. And then, with those days, I was finally, able to stand up and stuff, I could finally, just walk without getting dizzy, and the only thing left was that my tongue, I was still dehydrated. So my mom, we went to go shopping, and we got some ice cream and food because, first we went to Wendy's, and then we got ice cream and food. Well, that was the next day. Either way, So I ate my Wendy's chicken nuggets, and I was like, Mom, it won't go down my throat. And she tried cutting it up, and like I tried eating it with sauce, but every time I did, it just wouldn't go down my throat, and I was so sad because I was so hungry, and I didn't have anything to eat. So all I could do was just drink water and juice and crap like that. But then, solution! We got some ice cream, and when we got the ice cream, it was my favorite flavor. I forgot what was my favorite flavor back then, but now it's mint chocolate. People's flavors and feel exchange over the years. Now let's get back to the story. So yeah, and for those days, all I could do was eat ice cream or drink ice cream and drink juice. That was it. It's terrible. Days went by, and then I went to the doctors. They diagnosed me. It wasn't a flu or anything. I just had dry throat or whatever. And they were like, you'll feel better on this exact date. And my mom was like, I'm not even gonna tell you what she did, but something involving the date. And she was like, yes, honey, yeah, son, talk to her friend on the phone. This is the date my daughter's going back, not the date the doctor says, because I want her to stay.